one great alternative to plastic bags which just pollute the land and the oceans are these micro packs that I like using when I go cycling, hiking, walking, whatever. These fit the jersey pockets, or I can hang them off with a carabiner off or anything. So I really like these. However, the orange failed and the purple has not yet. And the reason why I want them to last as long as possible is because I want to reduce the number of plastic bags or garbage in the landfill. So in this video I'm going to show you what made the orange fail and what makes the purple work. And the story starts here in the kitchen with this scale here. The difference between the two of them, they look like identical. This might be more puffy or whatever, but they are identical size backpacks. About a gallon and a half of milk would fit in each of these, so let's go with 7 liters. Okay, so you can see they are made of the same fabric with the same thread count in the fabric, so the same density and thickness is there to the fabric. Different brands, whatever, but that's just paint. Okay, so they are made probably in the same factory. This may be an earlier production run, this may be a later modification to it. It doesn't matter which country these are made at. One is made really well, or is promising to be so, and one is made less so, maybe carelessly. So the difference between the two in grams is observable. This is 58 grams, and so same fabric, same size. The draw cord is the same, the clip on it is the same. The draw cord on the purple one may be a little bit thicker, but this is newer, so I guess with dirt going into it, it's gonna compress later. However, so instead of 59 grams, this is 71 grams, so there a 12 gram difference between the two. How these look is fairly straightforward. That's how big one is, and the other one, of course, identical. They have single zipper. Okay, that one is kind of stuck, part of the failure. Single zipper here, and the carry straps attached with the same type of stitching on the back. Exactly the same. This one is less used, so it wrinkles less. A very straightforward nylon strap goes through a clip, and this is how, through this triangular piece of fabric, this is how the backpack and the carry strap are attached to each other. Exactly the same design idea on this one, and even the stitch count is probably the same. You can see that the stitches need to be, I don't know, a 1/4 inch, I don't know, 5 millimeters apart, and roughly the same applies to this one. You can see the stitches are long and spaced further apart because the material is so thin. Okay, where's the failure on this one? Let's have a look inside here. Why the zipper is stuck is because of this. Everywhere the edges of the material here is fraying and is disassembling itself, and at some point, of course, this failure goes through the material itself, goes through the stitching itself, like here. So it starts fraying at the edges, at the unhemmed or unfinished edges. There you can see it starts thinning out and loses more and more threads, and the stitching stays in place, so the thread here did not fail. The thread is still in the material, but obviously the fabric failed because the edges are unhemmed. So there's one hole, and there's a second one right over here. So exactly the same type of failure Can this be fixed? Yeah, I will give it a try and I will re-stitch it here underneath whatever, and that's gonna make it lopsided, but the same stuff. So it's losing threads horizontally out of the material, and then the verticals will just separate more and more. Horizontal fibers are lost from the fabric here and in this orientation, and so it goes through enough of the width of the material so that it goes past the stitching. This one, so that's the failed one, and this one is made cleverly, I don't know, more sensibly. There, the edge of the fabric is hemmed. I don't know if it's double stitched, but this hemming is stitched, and I don't know if this is the only thread that holds the fabric together with the hemming, but this is done everywhere systematically, so it's unlikely to unravel. There, the corners are done thoughtfully. So this is a much better design, really promising, and so hopefully this will help me substitute a whole lot of plastic bags, and the orange one is gonna be fixed.